Hi. In this video, we're going to be working with inverse functions. Right? You have been working with inverse functions most of your life, right? Anytime that we solve an equation, we use inverse operation. So if we are adding, right? So if we have an equation like this, x minus 4 equals to 5, we add 4, so we can cancel this 4 here. So that's a basic overview of what we're doing. Right? So we're going to do the inverse functions. We're going to get that a little bit later on this video. So first of all, it's asking me to state if a given functions are inverse, right? So when we do this on an equation, the idea is to cancel x, right? So if here I substitute here, plug in one equation to the other one, at the end everything should cancel out and it should stay with x. So to find if two functions are inverse of each other, we're going to use a composition of functions of x. And so I'm going to plug in one function on the other one. If at the end that equals to x, they're inverse. If it's equal to anything else that is not just x, then they're not. So I'm going to start by finding f of x. So remember that this is the same as this. So that means that I'm going to take f and substitute it on h. So that means that this equals to 5. And then I'm going to take this x and I'm going to plug in this entire thing in there. So x over 5. Right? This cancel out, and this equals 2x. Right? With one of them is enough to prove that they are inverse, but I'm going to show you what happens if I do it the other way around. So in this case, if I have f of h of x, so that means that I got f of h of x. So now I'm going to plug in h on this x over here. So I get 5x over 5. Again, the 5 cancel out, so I got equals 2x. So in this case, they are inverse functions. Okay? Number 2. Again, let's start by substituting. I'm going to start by g of f of n. So that means that I'm going to plug in this on that end. So g of f of n equals to negative 1/5 times 2 plus 3 half n. So you can see right here, just by looking at the exercise, you can figure out that this is not going to be inverse of each other. So this is not the same as n. So in that case, they are not inverse. Okay, sometimes you can see it directly, right? On this case, you can see that, first of all, I don't have even the same numbers because the inverse, once I start solving everything, I should, the inverse of this, I should subtract 2 and divide by 2. But showing you right here, f of g of x equals to 1/3, and I'm substituting again on this x, I'm plugging in this entire function. So I get 1/3, 2x plus 2 plus 1/3. That's the same as 2x plus 2/3 plus 1/3. So that's the same as 3 over 3. That's the same as 1. So this is not x. Let's see the next one. So again, the next one, I got negative 4 divided, and then n divided by 4, negative n divided by 4. So I plug in this on that one. I cancel out the 4, and it's the same. Again, I don't have to do it the other way around, but I'm still going to show you, right? G of f of n equals to negative 4n divided by n by 4 divided by 4. So this 4 cancel out, the negative cancel with the negative, and that equals 2n. Now, let's see to find the inverse function. So again, on the inverse function, we're going to do everything the other way around. My first step here, even that I have n, I'm going to substitute the g of n, this part over here. I'm going to change it for y. So I'm going to say that y equals to a plus 5n over 4. Then I'm going to switch. I'm going to flip those variables. So wherever the y, n, I'm going to write the n. Wherever the n, I'm going to write a y. and I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to start by multiplying times 4 on both sides. Times 4. As you can see that I'm now doing the operation over here. I'm dividing by 4. Now I'm multiplying times 4. So I got 4n. 4n equals to a plus 5y. Then I'm going to subtract minus y. So that means that I got 4n minus 8. Again, up here, I'm adding 8. Now I'm subtracting 8. Equals to 5y. And then I'm going to divide by 5. And again, here I'm multiplying times 5. And now I'm dividing by 5. So at the end, my last step is that I'm going to rewrite this with my inverse function notation. So it's just g and that negative 1 there of n equals to 4n minus 8 divided by 5. That's my inverse of that function. Again, let's go step by step. Here, I'm dividing by 4. Now I'm multiplying times 4. I'm adding 8. I'm subtracting 8. I'm multiplying times 5 and dividing by 5. Let's see number 6. So again, my first step is that I'm going to change this for y. Y equals to 3/4 n plus 5 over 4. Now I'm going to flip the variable. So n equals to 3/4 y plus 5 over 4. I can start now multiplying because it's the same denominator. I can multiply on both sides. If the denominators are different, I'm going to multiply times the common denominator. In this case, 6 cancel out. So I get 4n equals to 3y plus 5. Then I'm going to subtract 5 on both sides. So I get 4n minus 5 equals to 3y. And then I'm going to divide by 3. Just to rewrite it the same way that we have it over here, I'm going to split it up as 4n over 3 minus 5 over 3. And now I'm going to change the notation to the inverse notation equals to 4/3 n minus 5 over 3. And as you can see, I got the inverse. Remember that this, so you can see it a little bit better. This is the same as 3n plus 5 over 4. And down here, you can see that it's 4n minus 5 over 3. Again, here I'm dividing by 4. Here I'm multiplying by 4. I'm adding 5 over here. I'm subtracting 5 down here. I'm multiplying times 3 up here. I'm dividing by 3 down here. Okay, so number 7. Again, I got 4/5 n minus 8 over 5. I'm going to flip the variable. I'm going to change this to y. I'm going to flip the variable. Solve for y. So again, I'm multiplying times 5 here. So this cancel out. I got 5n equals to 4y minus 8. I'm going to add the 8 on both sides and then divide. So this is my inverse. Let's see number 8. So number 8, again, I'm changing this for y. I'm flipping x and y, and then I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to start by multiplying times 4. So I can cancel it out. So I get 4x equals to y plus 5. Then I'm subtracting 5. So my inverse is 4x minus 5. And again, let's see it here. Up here, I'm dividing by 4. Now I'm multiplying times 4. I'm adding 5 and subtracting 5. And that's it for this lesson. May the 4th be with you.